What's up everybody, this is Teacher Ivan from NextGen Academy. Our goal in this channel is to help you achieve your highest potential and to help you understand subjects in the easiest and the most efficient way. If you'd like to get more tips and tricks on how to achieve A star in your Igcse, don't forget to like, comment, share and subscribe to this channel. Lastly, if you need any help in your studies, you can always head on to our website, link in the below, or our Instagram, drop us a DM and we'll be able to help you. Enjoy this video and I wish you all the best. All right. Okay, welcome back, my NextGen family. Okay, today we are gonna go through on the very first paper of May-June 2024, 0606 paper 11. Okay, just a short recap on what y'all need to know first. Okay, things to take note of. Drawing. Okay, the first question already is drawing. Please use HB pencil. Do not use pen to draw because once you use pen to draw, you cannot erase it anymore. Okay, next thing, correct to 3 significant figure or 1 dp for angles. Okay, the paper is 80 marks. There is 12 questions over here. My advice for all of you is you need to try your best to finish it at max within 90 minutes. Okay, the paper, 1.5 hours. So you have at least 30 minutes to check the entire paper. Got it? Okay, so that's why we need to start training on speed. Y'all need to sit down 2 hours these next 6 weeks to complete all the remainder of the paper. Do it like exam like that. All right? Will they minus mark if it's not in 3 significant figure? Less than 3 significant figure, most likely. More than that, this one I think depends on the marker. Okay, depends on how strict they are. But try your best to follow the instructions lah. Okay, so if y'all got any question, please ask me immediately. We shall go straight to question 1. Okay, y'all go through the formulas. This one I don't need to go through with y'all. All right, let's look at question 1. Number 1, on the axis, sketch the graph of y equals to negative 1 over 5x plus 2, 2x minus 1, x plus 5, stating the intercepts with the axis. Okay, what kind of question is this? This is a cubic graph type of question. So cubic graph, the first thing I would find is, go and find what is your x-intercept first. Okay, x-intercept, y is equals to 0. Okay, all you need to do is you take these 3 brackets equals to 0. So you got x plus 2 equals 0, 2x minus 1 equals to 0, x plus 5 equals to 0. Then you get x equals negative 2, x equals 1 over 2, x equals to negative 5. Okay, the next thing you want to find is your y-intercept. Y-intercept, it is when your x equals to 0. Okay, so you're gonna sub in negative 1 over 5. Okay, this one don't need to keep writing 0, you just take it away. Okay, all the x, the one with x, you just take it away. So you get 2, negative 1, 5. Okay, and you get 2. Okay, so here you got your x-intercept. Oops. X-intercept and y-intercept. Okay, let's plot out the important points. Try your best to draw it to scale also. So your x-intercept, you have negative 2, 1 over 2, and negative 5. Okay, so we'll start, let's say here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, you try your best, use your ruler also. Negative 5, negative 2. Okay, let's say this is 1 over 2. And then your y-intercept is equals to 2. Okay, let's say around here. Okay. Sorry, got one more thing that we need to determine. How does the shape of the graph look like? Okay, we by right need to use the SIM method. Okay, so how to remember? So you see here, you have a negative in front. So that means when you expand it, negative 1 over 5 times x times 2x times x, your a value will be negative. Got it? Okay. How does the shape of the graph look like? So how does the shape? Because your ax cubed, the a value is less than 0. So remember the philosophy of life? Happy first, then sad. Yeah, okay. You suffer now. You're happy now, you enjoy now, then you suffer later. Got it? So you will end with a negative outcome. So you will set. Always think about the how you end your results. Okay, so you're happy all the way, then sad. Okay, so here, okay, another thing is your maximum and minimum point, right? Your turning points. One common mistake that students always do is you all will try to put it at the intercept there. Because now it's like that, right? Don't do it like this, okay? Normally, the turning point, they are not asking us to find turning point over here, but normally the turning point will be in between the intercept. So you see, this is -2 and this is 1/2, right? So when you all draw it out, it should be probably around like that. The turning point should be around here. Okay? I always see students do like that because you all see there's a point over there. All right, let's sketch this out. Okay, happy. And sad. Oops. Yeah. Okay, draw again. Happy first. Sad. Okay. Right. Hence, solve the inequality. Okay, this same equation, more than or equals to 0. Okay, what does this mean? More than or equals to 0. Means whatever that is above the graph. Okay, above the x-axis. This section here is more than or equals to 0. So you see which part of the graph is more than or equal to 0? This part and this part here. Okay, how do we express this inequality? You're not supposed to solve this. This one you just look at the graph. So this part here will be x less than or equals -5. Then the second part, -2 x to 1/2. You need to put the equal sign, okay? Because over here, they put equal. All right, okay, if number 1, 5-mark question, you're good, please type 1 in the chat. Okay, any question, please ask immediately. Do I need to find maximum, minimum point? Don't need. Don't need. This one, they never ask you to find. If they ask to find, how to find? You can use dy over dx equals to 0. Okay, but I think can you immediately differentiate? Cannot. You have to open up the bracket first. Okay, so you all see the equation. So if in the case they ask you to find your maximum and minimum point, you open up this bracket, then you do dy over dx equals to 0. Okay? This one, what you need to do. All right, let's go to question 2. Okay, question 2, do not use a calculator in this question. Okay, take out your calculator and use it, but you need to show your working. Okay, number 1, the polynomial p is such that px equals to 6x cubed minus 35x squared plus 34x plus 45. Find px in this form. Okay, but what is unique over here? You see, how come got this r? 2x minus 5 qx plus r. What is this r? Okay, what is this r over here? Not so usual form, right? This one. Okay, yeah, okay, remainder. Very good, Avinash. Okay, remainder. So where qx is a polynomial and r is a constant. This is not a very typical form that they normally ask. Okay, so what we will do, how do we solve or how do we factorize cubic type of expression? We will need to do long division. Okay, let's do a long division. Okay, so for any sort of factorizing or solving type of question for cubic, we have to use this method. So let's write down 6x cubed minus 35x squared plus 34x plus 45. Okay, I want to divide it by 2x minus 5. Okay, let's divide this. We'll get 3x squared. It'll be 6x cubed minus 15x squared. Okay, we're going to minus this. Oops, I don't want so many color. Okay, please let me know if I make any mistakes. Sometimes I might have calculated wrongly also. Okay, minus. Okay, what I want you all to do, make it a habit to write the negative over here, so that you remind yourself that you are doing this minus this. You don't get confused with the symbol. Okay, so minus 35 minus 15x squared, you'll get minus 20x squared. Okay, plus 34x. And the next one, minus 10x. So here will be minus 20x squared plus 50x. Okay, put a minus here. Minus 10x minus 50x. Here you get minus 16x plus 45. Okay, then the last one, you get minus 8. Minus 16x plus 40. And this is your remainder. Okay, this one is your remainder. Okay, now how do we present it? How do we present it over here? Now you're going to put it, this one is 2x minus 5. Okay, px will be equals to 2x minus 5, 3x squared minus 10x minus 8 plus 5. Okay. If you want to write like this, is it necessary to write like that? Actually, not really lah. I don't think they, okay, they really specify, but just write down lah. Okay, just write down. R equals to 5. Long division, everyone okay? Okay, this is question 2a. Next one. Hence, write the expression px minus 5 as a product of linear factors. Okay, how come suddenly now become px minus 5? Okay, you'll see here. What are they asking you to find right now? Just now we got this. We got this px, but now we don't want this 5 because we want to minus 5. Okay, so the expression that we are trying to write as a product of linear factors is the one without the plus 5. So do like that, 2x minus 5, 3x squared minus 10x minus 8. Okay, you need to understand this language here. Linear factors means all in mx plus c. Okay, like linear equation. This is called a quadratic factor. Okay, this is called linear. This is called quadratic factor. So you need to change your quadratic factor into linear factor. So you write it in factorized form, which you'll get 3x plus 2x minus 4. Okay, easy. Then question C. Hence, write down the solutions of the equation px equals to 5. Wait, how come now px equals to 5? Okay. Don't get confused. This one you all just follow through. The one that we got from the start is px minus 5. So px equals to 5. What does it actually mean? Means like that lah. Okay, px minus 5 equals to 5. Px equals to 0. That's all. So you want to solve for px equals to 0. Okay, then here you factorize. You write the factorized form from the previous question. X minus 4 equals to 0. And 2x minus 5 equals to 0. 3x plus 2 equals to 0. X minus 4 equals to 0. X equals to 5 over 2. X equals to negative 2 over 3. X equals to 4. Hey, sorry, this is px plus 5. Plus, sorry. Not negative. I copy from the wrong one already. It's supposed to be from the first question. From the first one, not the second one. Okay. Okay, wow, so many questions. How do we solve B without showing them we use our calculator? This one? This is without calculator. Yeah. You can use calculator to check for your answer first, then you reverse. Your calculator will show you these three values, right? X equals 5/2, X equals -2/3, and X equals 4. So you can reverse from here, you reverse all the way to up here. Okay, so you see all these little things. Actually, this question is not hard. It's typically the same one, but how they question it only a little bit confusing, right? Suddenly put the 5 minus 5, then put the 5 at the end. Don't get confused. Just read it carefully. Normally, they won't ask you out of the syllabus. Okay, if you all can, question 2, please type 2. Any question, please type into the chat first so I can help you all with it. All right. Okay, let's go to question 3. Hey, okay, I say done already. Don't quickly ask your question. Why do we use px plus 5? Px plus 5 is what is given to you in the question. This one. This is px plus 5. Okay, quickly ask your questions. Teacher don't want to keep going back. Okay, or after the class only you ask. Okay, 3a. Write 1 plus log bracket x squared minus 1 minus 2 log x minus 1, where x is more than 1 as a single log to base 10. Give your answer in its simplest form. Okay, the first thing, we want to make it all to log base 10 means we want to put it in LG. So 1 can be written as log 10 plus log x squared minus 1 minus log x minus 1 squared. Okay, plus you multiply, minus you divide. So this will become log 10 x squared minus 1 over x minus 1 squared. Okay, is this simplest form? Can simplify further or not? Can, right? Okay, look at the top. This is your difference between 2 squared. A squared minus b squared. A plus b, a minus b. So we write it as log 10 x plus 1, x minus 1 over x minus 1 square. This and this can cancel off. And you'll be left with log 10 x plus 1 over x minus 1. 4-mark question. Question B. Solve the equation 4 log 5x plus 1 equals to 9 log x plus 1, 5. Giving your answer in the form a plus b square root c or cert c, where a, b, and c are constants. Okay, this one is a 5-mark question. Okay, this one a little bit tricky when you all do it. First thing, what you want to do, you see both of these form similar but inverted, right? Okay, the argument and the base. So you need to change both to log 5 or both to log x plus 1 first. Okay, I will change this to log 5 first, log base 5. So I write it as 4 log 5x plus 1 equals to 9. Okay, if I change both the position, I can do 1 over log 5x plus 1. All right? Okay, how can we simplify this? If 1 is on top, 1 is at the bottom. Okay, just treat this as like a log 5x like that. Substitution. Okay, you want to make it easier for you to see, you do the let method first. So it's easier for you all to... This step is not necessary, but if you get a bit confused, you change it to like this first, so it's easier for you to see. Let m, or any other alphabet, equals to log 5x plus 1. So 4m equals to 9 times 1 over m. How to simplify this? M, bring to the left-hand side. So m squared equals to 9 over 4. M is plus minus square root 9 over 4. Plus minus 3 over 2. Can see? Okay, now we change back the m to log. So log 5x plus 1, positive 3 over 2. Then another one, log 5x plus 1, negative 3 over 2. Okay, we're going to change from log form to index form. Okay, log to index form. You remember the format? Base power equals whatever. So we'll get 5 to the power of 3 over 2 equals to x plus 1. Okay, normally we do the other way around. Okay, x plus 1 equals to 5 to the power of 3 over 2. Okay, there's a very specific form that they want. So how do we write this into this form over here? So you see here, if I move the negative 1, how can I rewrite this 5 and 3 over 2? So we want to make a square root appear. Square root, or we call it surd. How do we make a surd appear? Surd is the same as power 1 over 2. Right? Power 1 over 2. So can I split this into a power 1 over 2? Okay, I have to rewrite this as 5 to the power of 1 multiply 5 to the power of 1 over 2. Okay, can see this? So that the 1 over 2, I can write it as surd 5. So negative 1 plus 5 surd 5. This is how we rewrite the form. Okay, we do the same thing for this. This one, 5 to the power of negative 3 over 2 equals to x plus 1. Okay, this one you all can straight away write into this form also if you want. Okay, so how do we split this up? 5 to the power of negative 3 over 2. Okay, this part here. Power negative 3 over 2. So I have to ask myself, okay, right now, is I want a 5 to the power of 1 over 2, right? So I need to plus 1 over 2. So what plus 1 over 2 will give me negative 3 over 2? Negative 2, right? Okay, so negative 2 plus 1 over 2 becomes negative 3 over 2. Understand the logic here? Okay, negative 2 plus 1 over 2 will be equals to negative 3 over 2. Okay, so I need to rewrite this into this form. Plus 1 over 25 surd 5. This part here a little bit tricky. Okay, if you are good, please type 3. Okay, any question? Any other way to do this? I mean, this is the way that I do lah. You just have to make this appear. I think this one is just the not so usual one. Okay, because it's the form that they want. All right, let's move on to question 4. Number 4. The first 3 terms in ascending powers of x in the expansion of 3 plus px to the power of n are 2, 4, 3, 8, 1, 0x and qx squared, where n, p, q are constant. Find the value of n, p, and q. Okay, we need to know how to do this binomial expansion. If not sure how to do binomial expansion, you're going to go to your page 2. You're going to derive from this formula here. Okay, you all know how to use this formula or not? Okay, don't know, have to learn. If you don't know, you write down the formula first. You figure out from here. Okay, so how do we apply this? First thing, you see here, the first term will be a to the power of n. That means 3 to the power n will be equals to 243. Okay, so we'll start with that one. This is your first term. 3 to the power of n equals to 243. Okay, it's either you do a trial and error or you can do log. Okay, up to you. You can do like that. Log 3 to the power n equals to log 243, and log 3 equals to log 243, and equals to log 243 over log 3. Okay, or you can just do a trial and error. Ln also can. Yes, ln also can. Same thing. Okay, you get 5. N is equals to 5. Okay, next thing. Now that you know this value already, so you need to expand for this and this. So we have this. We need to apply this formula and this formula here. Okay, just in case you don't know how to apply it, you just write down. So 3 plus px, we know is power 5. So your first term, 243. Second term, okay, the n bracket 1, we have to know that this is nc1, nc2. So 5 c1, okay, a to the power of n minus 1. You need to remember the pattern. So the power will go down. So this one will be 4. Then the b, power 1. Second one, 5c2, 3 to the power of 3, px to the power of 2. Don't go and expand more already. Okay, we just leave it until here. So now we have to compare this 810x and this value, qx squared, and this value here. Okay, so I want to do this 5c134px. So I will do for this x to the power of 1 first. 5c1, 3 to the power of 4, px to the power of 1 equals to 810x. Okay, type in the calculator, 5c1 times 3 to the power of 4, you'll get 405 px equals to 810x. X and x cancel. P will be equals to 810 divided by 405, where you get 2. And then next one, x power 2, 5c2, 3 power 3, px squared equals to qx squared. This is for the blue color terms. Type in the calculator, 5c2, 3 power 3. You will get here, let me type out 5c2 times 3 power 3. Okay, 270. Then p we got from the previous one. This one will be 2x squared equals to qx squared. Okay, so you get 270 times 4 x squared equals to qx squared. This and this cancel. X squared cancel. Q, 270 times 4, which is 1080. These are your two values. Okay, then question B. Find the term independent of y in the expansion of 2y minus 1 over 3y squared power 6. Give your answer in exact form. What is the term independent of y? What does this mean? Okay, independent of y means no y. Or we can understand it as y power 0. Okay, so what we need to focus on first, you are just going to look at the y and the y squared. You don't care about all the other values first, the 2 and the 1 over 3. So I want you all to ask yourself, when we do a calculation like this, okay, let's say if I put it y and 1 over y squared, what do I want to put over here as the power? Okay, these two power. So what are the possible combination? My total for the power will be equals to 6. So it's either I can put 0, 6, 1, 5, 2, 4, 3, 3, 4, 2, 5, 1, or 6, 0. Okay, either one of these possible combination. But my goal is to make this when I expand the power here and I expand the power here, both will cancel out with each other. Okay, we will start from here. Don't look at all the other values. So what is the possible combination for the power here and here? Okay, very good. 4 and 2, right? Okay, because here 4, 2, 1 over y square will be 1 over y to the power of 4. So when you expand it, it will be y to the power of 4 multiply 1 over y power 4, which will get y to the power of 0. This is what we want to achieve. Okay, now that we know this, we put it into the formula. You don't have to find every single term. Please don't waste your time doing that. You won't get any extra mark. So you just find when your power is 4 and 2. So we will write here as 6c2 2y to the power of 4 negative 1 over 3y squared to the power of 2. Okay, expand it like this. 62, 15, 16y power 4, negative, oops, sorry, no more negative. Negative square will become positive, right? 1 over 9y power 4. Okay, y power 4 will cancel off. So you just take these three values, 15 times 16 times 1 over 9, you get 80 over 3. Okay, number 4. If you are good with number 4, please type 4. Okay, let's go to number 5. The diagram shows the graph of y equals to a cos bx plus c for negative 360 to 360 degrees, where a, b, and c are constant. Find the value of a, b, and c. Okay, first of all, we need to understand what a, b, and c represents first. A is your amplitude. Okay, amplitude. B is your period. And C is your vertical translation. Okay, when we do this type of question, the first thing I want y'all to do is you draw where your middle line is at first. Okay, which is over here. Right, this one is quite obvious. This is your middle line because easier for you to calculate. All right, let's start with A first. A amplitude means from middle to your highest or your lowest point. Okay, so here we can get 1 to negative 4. So A is equals to 5. This is my first value. Okay, what about the second one? B. Period means from one peak or one, you call it throw, is it? Okay, from one end to another end, one whole cycle. So you can find, there are different ways you can find lah, okay? So you can do like this. You can also use a sine graph like that to find. Okay, but since this is a cost graph, let's do this lah, like that. So this is one cycle, one period. We can use from here until here. So from negative 240 to 240. So the period is how much? 240 plus 240, which is equals to 480 degrees. Okay, what is the formula for B? Okay, so period equals to 360 degrees over B. So B is equals to 360 over 480, which is equals to, you go calculate, 3 over 4. Okay, the last one, your vertical translation. So what is your C value? How would you all do C value? C, you just see your middle point. Okay, that will be the easiest one. Your middle point, how much did it shift? So it shifted down by -4. So this is your C value. C is -4. Okay. All right. Next one. Question B. The line y equals to P is a tangent to the curve. Y equals to 3 minus 2 sine 6 theta. Write down the possible values of P. Okay. Do you know how to do this? It's just a 2-mark question. Okay. This type of question has came out before quite a while back. Yeah, I remember this question, and a lot of students get stuck also. It's just a two-mark question. Okay, what does it mean? Tangent to the curve y equals to 3 minus 2 sine 6 theta. Okay. The line y equals to P, this will be a horizontal line. Because y equals to a value is a horizontal line, right? Okay, so now how to explain this, right? It's like that. If I got, let's say if I got a normal sine graph, where are the two tangents to the curve? Okay, my original sine graph. Okay, what do y'all think? Where are my two original tangents? Here and here, right? There are only two lines. If I draw a horizontal line, it will either be y equals to 1 or y equals to -1. Got it? Okay, this is the original tangent if it's just y equals to sine x. Okay, right now, if I want this 3 minus 2 sine 6 theta, okay, I teach you two ways to do it. You can either use the graph method or you can use calculation method. Okay, let's say if I use graph method, we need to sketch this out and we need to find where is my highest point and where is my lowest point. So how to do this? Okay, number one, you do -2 sine 6 theta. The period won't affect the tangent, so we don't care about like how many cycles. The only thing that matters is this amplitude and your vertical translation. So -2 sine theta, it looks like, the teacher just roughly draw -2 sine. So this one originally, this one is 1 and -1. So -2 inverted like that. Okay, so here will become 2 and -2. This is y equals to -2 sine x. Okay, x can be anything. Yeah, find the maximum and minimum. So +3 means you add 3 to the entire graph. So your lowest point, -2 will become, -2 plus 3 will become 1. And then 2 will become 5. So your graph will look something like this. Y equals to 3 minus 2 sine x. Okay, so where are your two tangents? Which is here. The teacher draw not so accurate here. So here and here. Okay, these two lines. So my equation will be y equals to 1 and y equals to 5. Okay, this is how we understand it graphically. So now that we understand the logic, right, what we are trying to find is to find the maximum and minimum point. So if you want to do it mathematically, so let's say method 2, all you need to do is you need to understand that your sine 6 theta, the value that you want to sub in for your maximum and minimum for your original sine 6 theta is +1 and -1. So you can solve it like this also. 3 minus 2 times 1. 3 minus 2 minus 1. Okay, 3 minus 2 times 1, this will be 1. So y equals to 1. 3 minus 2 minus 1, this one will be 5. Y equals to 5. But this one you have to understand the logic from here first. Clear the explanation? Okay, if you see the official mark scheme, there's no explanation. So you'll understand from here. All right. Okay, question 5. If good, please type 5. If you got any question, please write down your question. Do we need to draw out the graph? Don't need. Don't need. The graph is just for y'all to help y'all to understand this. Yeah. Later teacher give you all the official mark scheme. You all just see the marks and how they give. Okay, let's go to the next one. Question 6. Integration. Fine. Integrate 2 to 4, this whole equation, giving your answer in exact form. Okay, exact form means this one you have to leave it in terms of ln. Okay, number 1. How do we rewrite this first? Okay, do we need to rewrite this? So I will write it, I'll split it up. Okay, you can write it as integrate 2 to 4, 2 over 2x minus 3. Okay, this one actually I'll bring it out also. Like that. So 2, 1 over 2x minus 3 dx minus 3. Okay, integrate 3x minus 5 to the power of negative 2 dx. Okay, so you just focus on this part here. Why I don't change this to power negative 1? Okay, you have to remember when my bottom part is power 1, we need to think about ln. Power 2 onwards, only you change it to this form, then you use the chain rule method. Okay, ln 2x minus 3. Okay, how to integrate this? Ln 2x minus 3. Do you remember? Okay, 2x minus 3. Teacher blur a bit already. Anyone knows how to do this? This one. Okay, ask you all first, because I think you all need to recap a little bit. Becomes ln what lah? I want the exact value. Ln 2x minus 3. 2 ln 2x minus 3 times 2. Are you sure? Ln 2x minus 3. Okay, which one is the correct one? This, okay, I think you all forget already. Okay, recap back. I want you all to go back to the formula. Okay, Rakesh said 1 over 2 times ln 2x minus 3. Okay, Catherine as well. 2 times 1 over 2 ln 2x minus 3. Yes. Okay, the rest of you all wrong. You have to be careful. This form is 1 over ax plus b. Okay, what you get is 1 over a ln ax plus b. Okay, please write this down. So here you get 2 1 over 2 ln 2x minus 3 to 4. Okay, in fact, later on, I don't want this part here. Here, I can just cancel it off. Okay, what about here? Minus 3. Okay, 3x minus 5. This one, we add the power. So this one will become power minus 1. And then, okay, this part here will be minus 1. Then you differentiate 3x minus 5. You get 3. And here, oops, from 2 to 4. Yes, modular sign. Okay, what can you simplify? Let's simplify this equation first. I won't integrate first. Okay, so we simplify with all these other values. So you will get here ln 2x minus 3, 2 to 4. Okay, this part here, you cancel. This one, minus 3 divided by negative 3, here will become positive. Okay, you add. Then here become 1 over 3x minus 5. Okay, I don't need this bracket here, from 2 to 4. Okay, if you want to write it as 3x minus 5 to the power of negative 1, also can. Okay, everyone understand it here? Look at this part here first. Okay, we need to practice a lot on integration, because differentiation, integration, there will be a lot of marks that will be consist from these chapters. Okay, now you substitute it inside. Okay, substitute the value inside. So here will become ln 2 times 4. Okay, this one we don't exactly have to keep writing out. So I'll just write the value here. Ln 5 minus 2 times 2 minus 3 minus ln 1 plus, okay, this is my first bracket, plus 1 over 3 times 4. So 3 times 4 minus 5, you get 1 over 7. 3 times 2 minus 5 minus 1. Okay, ln 1. What is ln 1? Ln 1 is equals to 0. So I just get here ln 5, 1 over 7 minus 1, you get minus 6 over 7. So you get ln 5 minus 6 over 7. Okay, this modular sign, is it necessary? Yes, because sometimes when you sub it in, you'll get a negative value. Then you have to change it to a positive value. Okay, good. Listen. Be careful on the ln one, okay, because I think ln is where normally students get the wrong one. Okay, this integration for ln. Okay, the next one. Question 7. This is on Trigo. Given that 2 plus cot theta equals to 3x and sine theta equals to square root y, find y in terms of x. Okay, I've seen this question quite a few times in the latest few papers. Okay, how to do this? First question is, we ask is how do we relate cot and sine to each other? Got any relationship or not? Cot and sine. Okay, we can make it to cos over sine. Okay, can. Any other way that we can do? Okay, Avinash said cosec. Okay, why cosec? Sine change to cosecant. And then, how do we relate both of it? One plus cot. You mean 1 plus cot square? Okay, this type of question, what y'all can do is you use the identities. Okay, so I want y'all to go to your page 2. You see which one, okay, which identity got any of it, right? Relate cot and sine together. Okay, and it doesn't have to be directly to sine. Sine can be written as cosec also, cosecant. Okay, so go here. This I can tell. This one will be the shortest way. So you look at this tree. Okay, let's take this tree over here. Okay, let's try to relate. Got any of it related to each other? So you look, there's a cot. There's a cosec. Cosec is 1 over sine. Okay, this one is 1 over sine. So I can relate both of these. I want to put into this equation, this identity. Okay, so let's see. We change. Let's find what is cotangent theta and what is cosecant square theta first. So I will find cosec theta, which is equals to 1 over sine theta. So cosec theta is 1 over square root y. Okay, what about cot? Cot is this equation that's given to us. I rearrange it. 3x minus 2. Now I substitute into this cosec square theta equals to 1 plus cot square theta. Okay, there's other way to do this, but I just show you all the easiest way first. We substitute it inside. So here become cosec square theta. Okay, so 1 over square root y square equals to 1 plus 3x minus 2 square. Okay, open up this square root and square. So it'll be 1 over y plus 3x minus 2 square. Okay, they want us to find y in terms of x. What can I do? Since now it's 1 over y, I inverse. Okay, let's inverse the entire equation, left and right. So it becomes y equals to 1 over 1 plus 3x minus 2 square. This is your final answer. Okay, is there another way to do it? Yes. Okay, just now I think what Rakesh mentioned, you can change your cot theta into cos over sine theta. Okay, change it to cos over sine theta. Then okay, this one later I'll show you all the mark scheme, but I don't want to write it here because I don't want to flood with so many working. But that one also you have to use identity later. That one I feel is a bit longer. So this will be the shortest one. Okay, so you can change this to cos over sine. Okay, cos over sine. Then after that, you put the sine inside, but you still have to find what is cos. How to find cos? You use this. Okay, you have to use this formula here. Later you simplify, you also will get this. So remember this, this is in a way like a showing, proving type of question, but just structured differently. Okay, if all good, number 7, can you all type 7 in the chat? All right, okay, let's go to everyone's favorite question. Number 8, trigo. Solve the equation 4 sine square 2 alpha minus pi over 3 equals to 1. For negative pi over 2 to pi over 2, give your answer in terms of pi. Okay, this is the weird question, and as mentioned to you all, every single exam paper, okay, confirm 100%, either paper 1, paper 2, or sometimes both papers will 100% have one question of solving trigo. Okay, let's do this. First step, we bring the 4 over first. So sine square 2 alpha minus pi over 3 equals to 1 over 4. Sine 2 alpha minus pi over 3 equals to plus minus, so you square root 1 over 4, you get plus minus 1 over 2. Okay, whenever you see plus minus, you need to know that you have to put in 4 quadrants. Okay, so when we do the ASTC method, okay, let's draw 4 quadrants here. Okay, I will consider all 4 quadrants. That is because it's plus and minus. Okay, few things we need to find. Number 1, let's find what is the base angle first. Okay, base angle I won't use as alpha already because we already used that symbol. So let's write here base theta lah. Okay, or you use any other alphabet. So base theta equals to inverse sine 1 over 2, which you'll get pi over 6. Okay, so this is your base angle. Next thing that you need to find is what is your angles, okay, the domain of angles that you want to consider. This is alpha. They are asking you to solve for 2 alpha minus pi over 3. So I will need to find this. So 2 alpha, you multiply 2. So here will be negative pi to pi. Then you negative pi over 3 to both the values. And you will get from negative 4 over 3 pi to 2 over 3 pi. Okay, so I want to consider my angles for this ASTC from negative 4 over 3 pi to 2 over 3 pi. What exactly is negative 4 over 3 pi to 2 over 3 pi? If you cannot think in terms of radian, change it to angles first so that it's easier for you and clearer for you to think about it. Okay, this step is not necessary, but you can just write it down. So you take negative 4 over 3 times 180, which is negative 240 degrees to 120 degrees. Okay, so how to interpret the values over here? Meaning, when I solve for this angle for 2 alpha minus pi over 3, I only want from negative 240. Okay, so where is negative 240? Here's negative 180, probably until here. Okay, until here, 60 degrees. Okay, then until 120 degrees. So until here. Understand how this works? Okay, so we find the angle. Let's say, right, you all don't know how to do the proper method, as in you straight away find the answer. What I would recommend you all to do is you base it on 0 to 360 degrees first, or 0 to 2 pi first. Then you add a negative to all the 4 values. Got it? Yeah, so teacher teach you all the way, but this way is a bit more straightforward, but you have a bit few values. You write down first, then later you reject it. Okay, so now let's write down the values. So this one will be pi over 6. I'll just base it on 0 to 2 pi first. This will be pi minus pi over 6, which is 5 over 6 pi. This will be pi plus your base angle, pi plus pi over 6, which is 7 over 6 pi. Then here is 2 pi minus pi over 6, which is 2 minus 1 over 6, 11 over 6 pi. Okay, so I got these 4 values here. No marks. Okay, I got these 4 values here because, so this is going like that. If I go in the negative side, right, that means from 0 to negative 2 pi, technically all the values will be the same also. Just that all will be negative value. So pi over 6 will be over here negative pi over 6. This will be negative 5 over 6 pi because this is my second quadrant per se. Okay, then my third quadrant will be here negative 7 over 6 pi, and my fourth quadrant will be here 11 over 6 pi. Got it? Okay, everyone understand what am I saying here? So we will now calculate the values. Okay, we write down all the values first. So 2 alpha minus pi over 3 is equals to pi over 6, 5 over 6 pi, 7 over 6 pi, and 11 over 6 pi. Okay, I'm just going to put a negative for all the value. Last time I taught you all is you just minus 2 pi to all the values, right? Actually, minus 2 pi, you just get the negative of all the values here. Okay, so here, negative 5 over 6 pi, negative 7 over 6 pi, negative 11 over 6 pi. Okay, so I will get 8 answers over here. Does everyone understand what am I doing here? This is from 0 to 2 pi. This is from 0 to negative 2 pi. Okay, now what we need to check from here, don't go and do the calculation first to find the alpha. I want you all to refer back to here. You have to see which of these values is not within the domain of angles here. I want you all to reject it. Okay, so negative 4 over 3. Okay, if you don't know how to calculate it, my advice is you change this to decimal. All got pi, right? So you just change this to decimal. Negative 4 over 3 will be negative 1.3. Okay, negative 1.33 pi to 2 over 3, 0.67 pi. Okay, so you check for each of these value. 1 over 6, is it within 0.167? Okay, this one, okay. 5 over 6, 0.83. Okay, 5 over 6 is out already, right? because 0.83, 5/6 is bigger than 2/3. So this one, I already cancel it. I don't want. All this is bigger than 5/6, so confirm it's out already. Everyone good until here? Anyone don't understand what I'm saying here? They say IDK. Okay, clear my explanation? So go do the same thing for the negative also. Okay, I want until negative 1.33. Okay, so here, negative 1/6 is negative 0.167. So this one okay. Negative 5/6, negative 0.833, still within the range. So this one okay. Negative 7/6, negative 1.167. This one also okay. Negative 11/6. This is negative 1.833. Okay, so this one not okay. This is out of the range. So I find all the values first, then I see which one is within the range. But if you know how to immediately find within the range itself, don't need to do this method. This one is for majority of you here because I realized that over my many years of teaching, right, I realized a lot of students don't really know how to read this. So you find all the values first, then you reject the values that is out of this domain of angles. This step very important because most likely will come out this type of question. And I would say this is like the worst case scenario kind of question. Why? Number one is in radian. Then number two, they give you this weird angle and then this weird domain of angles. I don't like to do this question. Okay, good. So we'll take these four values right now. Okay, so you will get 4 equations, which is 2 alpha minus pi/3 equals to pi/6. 2 alpha minus pi/3 equals to negative pi/6. 2 alpha minus pi/3 equals to negative over 6 pi. It equals to negative 5/6 pi. And 2 alpha minus pi/3 equals to negative 7/6 pi. Okay, it's not necessary for you to split it up like this. Okay, you can straight away write down the answer also. All right, this is what I want you all to do. Do you need to slowly count one by one? In exam, right, this is what you want to do. Your goal is you want to find alpha, right? So the only thing that is changing is these values here. So if you want to do an easy way, you take out your calculator, you treat this as x. So the only thing that you are changing here is your x. You plus pi/3, then you divide by 2. So I want you all to type into calculator. Okay, type into calculator x. Remember the CLC method, x plus pi/3 divided by 2. Okay, this is, I feel is the more accurate and the easier way. You want to slowly move one by one also can, but it will take quite some time. Then your type CALC, so x plus pi/3. You got to bracket this entire thing if you are using the EX calculator. Then over 2. Okay, press CLC. I want you to type pi/6. Okay, they will give you first in they will first give you in terms of decimal place, right? You press equal again. Okay, you will get 1/4 pi. Got it? Do the same for all of this. Negative pi/6, you get pi/12 or 1/12 pi. Negative 5/6 pi. Negative pi/4. Then here, you will get negative 5/12 pi. CLC, then key in x value. Pi/6, negative pi/6, negative 5/6 pi, and negative 7/6 pi. Okay, please practice this method because I want you all to be fast in your exam. All right, okay, if question 8, good. Can you all just type 8 in the chat? I hope you all master already this method. Don't be shy to ask me, because teacher have recorded this specific type of solving question inside Thinkific, so you all can go and watch it. If you don't know where to find later, you all ask me. All right, let's move to question 9. And let's move to question 9. Simultaneous equation for this exponential. Solve the following simultaneous equation. Okay, first one, we are gonna simplify it first, the e. So we don't want the e, we don't want the unknowns in the power. So I need to remove. Yeah, I need to remove that. So let's write down this equation first. E to the power of x plus y. If it's times, I can just plus the power. Plus 3x minus 2y equals to 1. Over here, x plus 3x, 4x minus y equals to 1. I inverse exponential, I'll get ln. So 4x minus y equals to ln 1. Ln 1 is 0. Okay, so ln 1 is 0. 4x minus 1 equals to 0. 4x is equals to 1. Okay, I can take this as my first equation. X squared y, I can take this as my second equation. Okay, I'm gonna sub 1 into 2. You can do e to the power of 0 also can. Okay, sub 1 into 2. So x squared for x equals to 2, 5, 6. This will get 4x cubed equals 256. X cubed equals to 64. X is equals to 4. We got this ready. We sub this into 1. Y is equals to 4 times 4. Y is equals to 60. Easy question. Five marks. Yeah. Okay, let's move on. Question B. Solve the equation 10e to the power of 2x minus 1 minus 11 equals to 6e 1 minus 2x. Give your answer in exact form. Ooh, okay, this one a little bit tricky. Okay, y'all look at the term. It's not the same. Okay, not the same. So how can we simplify this equation first? Can we make both of this power to be the same? What do y'all think? Is it possible to make it same? Okay, very good, Joven. Can, right? So we multiply it by negative. So I want you all to do this, okay? So the first thing to do here is you make power same. Now it's not same. If it's not same, you cannot simplify it. So you can write it as 10e to the power of 2x minus 1 minus 11 equals to 6e. You multiply by negative, or you factorize out negative. 2x minus 1. Like this. Therefore, you can rewrite this as 10e to the power of 2x minus 1 minus 11 equals to 6 over e to the power of 2x minus 1. Okay? This one was quite similar to just now that the ln one. So I will let y, any alphabet, y equals to e to the power of 2x minus 1. So we simplify the equation. 10y minus 11 equals to 6 over y. Multiply the whole thing by y. So here become 10y squared minus 11y equals to 6. 10y squared minus 11y minus 6 equals to 0. Okay, factorize this, we will get 5y plus 2, 2y minus 3 equals to 0. Okay, we split it up. So 5y plus 2 equals to 0. 2y minus 3 equals to 0. Y equals to negative 2 over 5. Y equals to 3 over 2. Okay, y, so e to the power of 2x minus 1 equals to negative 2 over 5. Let's try to solve this. Can solve or not? 2x minus 1 equals to ln negative 2 over 5. Okay, this one we reject it because you can't ln a negative value. We do for this part here, e to the power of 2x minus 1 equals to 3 over 2. 2x minus 1 equals to ln 3 over 2. Okay, then here, okay, we have to do this 2x equals to 1 plus ln 3 over 2. X equals to 1 over 2 plus 1 over 2 ln 3 over 2. This is your final answer. Okay, did they say to put it in a specific form? Okay, they say exact form. So please don't go and write it in decimal place. You write one more step at decimal place, they will minus your marks. Okay, number 9. If good, please type 9 in the chat. Write to 3SF cannot, because this one they say the word exact form. They say the word exact form, exact value. You have to leave it in. Okay, when they say exact, it's either in terms of exponential, pi, ln, log. Okay, I think these are some of the examples. So sometimes, or maybe in like sine. Okay, sometimes maybe got a sine if you cannot simplify it further. Sine, cos, tangent. But typically will be this field. Okay, let's move on to question 10. In this question, all distances are in meters and time. A particle P is at a fixed point at time t equals to 0. The velocity v equals to 3 sine 2t, where t is more than or equals to 0. Find the exact value. So you see the word again, exact, for which the velocity is 0 for the first time after p leaves 0. So the velocity is 0 means my v is equals to 0. V given to you in the question is 3 sine 2t equals to 0. Let's solve for this. 2t is equals to 0. Okay, remember when we do sine and cos, if you get negative 1, 0, and 1, you want to solve it, don't use ASTC, okay? So this is where I see most students also make the mistake. You just use the graph. Easier for you to read from the graph. Okay, so sine 2t. Okay, how to do sine 2t equals to 0? You got 3 answers here is 0. 0, pi, and 2 pi. Okay, they say velocity is 0 for the first time after p leaves 0. The first time your v is 0 is over here. So after this first time, okay, after it leaves here, the first time is this pi. So the answer that we want to solve is 2t is equals to pi. By right, you got 3 answers, 0, pi, and 2 pi. But we just use pi because 0 is after it leaves 0 already. So your final answer will be 1 over 2 pi. Question B, find an expression in terms of t for the displacement of p from O at time t. Okay, one thing you remember, when you all do kinematics, always take note of whether you're calculating for displacement or distance. Okay, so displacement, we will think about Mr. Siva. Okay, who's Mr. Siva? The relationship of kinematics. When we go down, we will differentiate. When we go up, we will integrate in terms of t. And whenever we do this question, change it all to radian mode. I want you to change your calculator to radian mode first, so you don't make the mistake. It will never be in degree mode. Right? So let's integrate v. V is given to you above. So 3 sine 2t dt. Okay, how do we integrate this? We can use S, C, negative S, negative C. Okay, if I integrate means I am going up. If I differentiate means I'm going down. So if I integrate sine, I will get negative cos. Okay, this one, integrate. So we will get here negative 3 cos 2t. Then because got 2 inside, you divide by 2 also. Okay, so negative 3 over 2 cos 2t. Don't forget to plus c, because this is an indefinite integral. Okay, how do we find c? By default, you need to remember this. Whenever you integrate until s, which is your displacement, you have to remember that when t equals to 0, s will be equals to 0. Okay, that means at your initial time, the displacement will be 0. Because the particle haven't traveled yet. This is always true. So you substitute into the equation above, 2 times 0 plus c. This one will be negative 3 over 2 times 1. So negative 3 over 2 plus c. c is equals to 3 over 2. Okay, therefore, s is equals to negative 3 over 2 cos 2t plus 3 over 2. Okay. All right. The third one is pretty tricky. When t equals to 0, v is 0. No. That statement is not true. Only t equals to 0, s equals to 0. You have to see the question. Okay, so sometimes t equals to 0, v can be equals to 0, but it's not always equals to 0. They will normally tell you what's the velocity. All right, question C. Okay, question C, this one will be the tricky one. Okay, why tricky? Look at the question. What are they asking you to find here? Find the distance. Find the distance traveled by p for 0 to pi. Okay. How do we do this question here? You have to check for, yes, okay, Rakesh says change in direction. So you look back into the question. How do we know got change in direction or not? Check for change in direction. What is the value for change in direction? Okay, when v equals to 0. Okay, look back into the first question. Why did they give you the first question? Okay, there was within 0 to pi, there was one time where it changed direction, right? Which is when t equals to 1 over 2 pi. Got it? Okay. So you all have to check for this. And this is how it will be. From 0 to 1 over 2 pi, it will go in one direction. Then from 1 over 2 pi to pi, it will go in another direction. Okay, so you need to find the position at these 3 places. So I will do it like this. S, when my t equals to 0, what is my S? When my t equals to pi over 2, what is the S value? Then when t equals to pi, what is the S value? Okay, come, you all substitute it in. So what's the value of S? Just now we got is negative 3 over 2 cos 2, 0 plus 3 over 2. Okay, can you all just type in the calculator all this value? Tell me what you all get. Cos 2 pi over 2 plus 3 over 2. Then negative 3 over 2 cos 2 pi plus 3 over 2. Okay, everyone type in the calculator. Negative 3 over 2 cos 2 x plus 3 over 2. 0. Okay, first one 0. Second one pi over 2. get 3. Okay, then last one, pi back to 0. Okay, everyone understand this part here? Okay, so I want you all to draw your motion diagram out for this part. So this is how we interpret it. You got 3 position, 0, 3, then go back to 0. So at okay, at 0 here, when t equals to 0, your position is at 0. When t equals to pi over 2, the particle is at 3. Then at pi, it went back to 0. So what is your distance over here that you travel? What's the total distance? Distance means your total path, okay? The total length that you travel. 6, right? Okay, very good. So you see here, this is 3, and here is 3. So total distance is 3 plus 3, which is equal to 6. So when you all do distance travel, always check for change in direction first, which is when v equals to 0. Sometimes there's no value, and it's totally fine. Okay, question 10. If all good for 10, please type 10. Okay, we got 2 more questions. Let's try to finish it before the end of our class. Okay, let's go to question 11. Okay, number 11. The tangent to the curve y equals to 3x minus 1 to the power of 1 over 3 at the point where x equals to 3 meets the coordinate axis at the point A and B. The points with coordinates AA lie on the perpendicular bisector of the line AB. Find in exact value of A. All right, okay, tangent to the curve. So we need to find what is the equation of this tangent first. This is the first thing. Okay, so I want to find equation of tangent. So we'll start with this equation here first. 3x minus 1 to the power of 1 over 3. I'll do dy over dx for this. Okay, let's integrate, let's differentiate this. This is a chain rule. So 1 over 3, 3x minus 1, power negative 2 over 3 times 3. Okay, can we simplify this? Okay, this will be my gradient. This first thing is gradient. Okay, I just write it as m, which is 3x minus 1 to the power of negative 2 over 3. Okay, they want to find where x equals to 3. Okay, so at x equals to 3, my m value is 9 minus 1 to the power of negative 2 over 3, which is equals to 1 over 4. Okay, then I want to find what is my y. Hey, wait, did they give me y? Y equals mx plus c. Yeah, I need to find what's my y value. So y is equals to 9 minus 1 to the power of 1 over 3, which is equals to 2. Okay, so I'm finding my equation of the tangent right now. I have m is equals to 1 over 4, and then at this point, 3, 2. Okay, to find equation of tangent, I will use y minus y1 equals mx minus x1 based on these values here. Y minus 2 equals to 1 over 4 x minus 3. 1 over 4x minus 3 over 4. Y equals to 1 over 4x minus, plus 5 over 4. So this equation of tangent, later. Okay, now what do we want to do here? They say the tangent meets the coordinate axis at the point A and B. If you want to visualize this, it will be something like this. Okay, that means you have this graph of 1 over 4x plus 5 over 4. Okay, not necessary for you to draw, but this one teacher just show you all. Okay, you will get something like this. Okay, and then you got a point A and point B. They say meets the coordinate axis. So we want to find what is point A and point B right now. What do we know about point A? Your y is 0. What do we know about point B? Your x is 0. So I want y'all to find your y-intercept and the x-intercept. Okay, so y-intercept, okay, let's do y-intercept first. Y-intercept, x equals to 0. Let's substitute into the equation. So y equals to 1 over 4 times 0 plus 5 over 4, which is 5 over 4. Okay, so this one is 5 over 4. X-intercept, y is equals to 0. So 0 equals to 1 over 4x plus 5 over 4. 1 over 4x equals to negative 5 over 4. X is negative 5. So like that. I got my A and B. Does it matter if A or B? No, they don't care. Because they never define it also. Okay, so this one I just draw on it. Okay, the main thing right now. Now let's look at the second sentence for this question. The point with coordinates AA lies on the perpendicular bisector AB. Find the exact value of A. So I will now need to use these values. Okay, I write down my next part, which is I want to find the perpendicular bisector of AB. So I've got A, which is negative 5, 0. Doesn't matter which one is A, which one is B. And here, 0, 5 over 4. Okay, let's find the perpendicular bisector. What do we need? Perpendicular bisector. We need midpoint. We need gradient. Okay, so let's find midpoint of AB. Midpoint, which is x1 plus x2 over 2. So negative 5 plus 0 over 2. 5 over 4 plus 0 over 2. You will get here negative 5 over 2 and 5 over 8. Second thing, you need to find what is your perpendicular gradient. Okay, what's the formula? You just need to use negative 1 over m1, which you will get negative 4. Okay, the original one is 1 over 4, which is over here. Okay, after I have this, I am going to put into y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1 using these values. So when you substitute in, y minus 5 over 8 equals to what's the m? Negative 4 x minus 5 over 2. Okay, another thing that later we do this first. So we simplify this, y minus 5 over 8 equals to negative 4x. Okay, negative 4 times 5 over 2, we get minus 10. Okay, we can leave it like this first, okay, because what they're asking us to find, they say AA lies on this line. Okay, so I want you all to sub AA into this equation of perpendicular bisector. So the final one, a minus 5 over 8 equals to negative 4a minus 10. 5a is equals to minus 10 plus 5 over 8, which is minus 75 over 8a. You divide it by 5, you get negative 15 over 8. Okay, it's a 10-mark question. It's not that complicated, right? Still quite simple to do, but be careful when you calculate the values. If you can do, please type 11 in the chat for this. Should we hope this kind of question comes out? Fingers crossed lah. I think it's quite easy. Yeah, this one is quite easy. Not too hard. Okay, let's go. Last one. Question 12. It is given y equals to ln 3x over x squared. Find dy over dx. Give your answer in the form of this, where a and b are integers. Okay, let's look at the question first. What method do we use for this? This over this. U, v, quotient. Okay, quotient rule. So u equals to ln 3x, v is equals to x squared, u prime 1 over x, v prime 2x. Cross it. Remember the formula, vu prime over uv prime minus uv prime over v squared. So dy over dx equals to x squared 1 over x minus 2x ln 3x over x to the power of 4. Okay, what can we do over here? Okay, I don't want to keep writing it over and over again. You can just divide. U prime is 1 over 3x. No, where got 1 over 3x? 1 over x. Okay, you can just cancel off x, x, x. Okay, so you all have to remember this. Ln anything x, ax, will actually become a over ax. Will just become 1 over x. Okay, when you differentiate it, when you differentiate this. So ln 1x, 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, 6x, 1000x, a fraction x will also become 1 over x. Okay, because on top is your f prime x, the bottom is fx. Okay. All right, so here, what else can you simplify? The x and x here will become 1 minus 2 ln 3x over x cubed. Okay, where a is equals to 1, b is equals to negative 2. Pen, listen. Any other question? Okay, so practice a lot of your differentiation integration. Differentiation 1, differentiation 2, integration, kinematics. This will be a bulk of the question. Okay, last one. Hence, find ln 3x over x cubed dx. What method are we going to use for this specific question? So you all look at the form and you see the word hence also. Hence normally means you need to use your hands. No, kidding. You need to look at the previous question. So you look at this form. This looks like a quotient rule form. Remember, at your level right now, you never learn how to integrate a quotient rule or a product rule form. So the method that we'll be using here is called the reverse differentiation method. You're going to look at the previous question. When we integrate this, we will go back to the question again. Okay? This is how we're going to structure it. So I want you all to write down first. You all see got any part of this? So you see, this ln 3x x cubed is this part here, right? So I want you all to write down this equation first. we integrate 1 minus 2 ln 3x over x cubed dx equals to, back to the question, ln 3x over x squared. Okay, you look carefully out. We only want this part here. Okay, so the rest, I'm going to put it to the left, to the right hand side. So I will split this up first. This one you'll write 1 integrate 1 over x cubed dx minus 2 integrate ln 3x over x cubed dx equals to ln 3x over x squared. Okay, I only want this over here. The rest, all I'm going to move it to the right hand side. Okay, can we do this? Okay, so here, okay, minus 2 integrate ln 3x over x cubed dx equals to ln 3x over x squared minus integrate 1 over x cubed dx. Okay, we can integrate this first. Okay, x cubed. How to integrate x cubed? Okay, I miss out a value. Ln 3x over 2x squared. Okay. Okay, 1 over x cubed. So 1 over x cubed, you can write it as x to the power of negative 3 dx, where you get x to the power of negative 2 over negative 2. Okay, where you can write it as 1 over negative 2x squared. So here, ln 3x over x squared plus, okay, because you see minus minus, plus 1 over 2x squared plus c. Okay, there's one more minus 2 over there. So I'm gonna do like this. Integrate ln 3x. I'm gonna divide negative 2 to all the values. So ln 3x over 2x squared. Okay, this one I put the negative up here. This one also I put the negative up here. It will become 4x squared. Okay, this c you don't need to divide by a negative, because c we don't know what's the value. C is just a constant. So it's not necessary for you to divide it by negative 2. Okay, this will be your final answer. Okay, cool. 12. If you are good with this, can you just type 12? All right, any more questions? Can you just type inside the chat? Okay, I'll answer you after I stop this recording. Okay, so this is the end of May-June 2024 paper 1-1. I'll see y'all in the next paper.